Yes, well, the guys are excited for, as the term in soccer, a little crosstown derby with Oakland tonight. I expect a really big crowd as we have a lot of MSU soccer alums in the Rochester, obviously Detroit area, and obviously Oakland's got a lot of alums there as well. So I think it should be a really entertaining match, and this will close out our Big Ten, or it'll close out our non-conference schedule. All 5 games we've statistically not just been better, but really dominated the games, but are just struggling to find some moments to put teams away and kind of let teams back in. So it's a tricky one for us. I think we've played some really good soccer over the course of 5 games, but probably don't quite have it in the win column. And if it's one game, you can say you're a little unlucky, but a couple of them we've got to kind of pinpoint something. So hopefully we can turn it around against Oakland, and then looking forward to our Big Ten home opener and welcoming Washington into the Big Ten Conference. That's also going to be our alumni weekend, and we're going to honor the 2004 20th anniversary of their Big Ten championship season and the 2014 team that reached the Elite Eight, obviously their 10-year anniversary. So busy week ahead, and we're looking forward to tackling it straight on.
What do you tell the guys to kind of find that killer instinct you were just talking about that maybe you aren't seeing right now to put teams away? What do you tell the guys?
I think you just got to, it'll come. I think the biggest concern would be is if we're not creating chances. That's more of a concern. But we're creating plenty of chances, and we're getting into good spots. I believe in the guys that we have that can finish those chances, and I think it's almost like in basketball or anything else. Once you see a couple go in, they'll start to go. But until you get that, it's a little tricky. But we got a good group, and I do think we got the players that can start to put the ball in the net.
What have you learned about your team from the beginning of the summer to now at the very end of your non-conference schedule?
Well, I really like how we play. I think our possession is very good, and like I said, I've been really impressed with how we've outplayed every opponent. But we have to find ways to win a couple of these close games. It's a good group. We've really infused some good young talent. We have 2 starters that are freshmen, Brandon Munson and Mohammed Saad, who's out of Dearborn. And then, we've got some good returners. Jonathan Stout finally got his first goal, who's a first-team All-Big Ten player. So we've got a good mesh of players. It's a really fun group to work with. They train really well. So I think we're doing all the right things. I think we've had a good non-conference schedule that will prepare us for the Big Ten, and this last one against Oakland will also do that.
Coach, playing the game is the most important thing, but talk about the other nuance factors. People coming on the road, the Michigan State alumni being out, having these legacy events to honor past team success. How much does that play a role in just the culture building and finding success too?
Yeah, we've had a huge tradition and stability in the men's soccer program. I mean, I think myself is my 16th year, and Coach Baum did 32 years before that. So we've almost gone a half a century of just 2 coaches. And so when you can tie those alums over almost a half a century together, I think that's huge. I think what it does for our current team is it makes you realize that you're a part of something bigger than just the 2024 season. And when these alums come back, whether it's in St. Louis or Indy or in Detroit or for alumni weekend, when they talk about their experiences, what it meant to be a Spartan soccer player, how difficult it is, but what the rewards are when you push through being a college athlete, especially a Big Ten men's soccer player, and what their experiences are, not just on the field, but how that has helped them in life after the field. I think it gives the guys a huge boost of energy.
You have to ask about Zach Kelly. I mean, he has been just locked down between the pipes. What's impressed you as he's gone into his redshirt junior year and the way he's been able to handle these first 5 games?
Yeah, Zach's a leader. He's one of our captains. I think you want your goalkeeper to make all the saves that you expect them to make, and then if they can come up with a big one, in a game, every game or so, then it's huge. And that's basically what Zach's been doing. He's very comfortable with his feet, which is good as well. So, and it's always good having a local guy. I mean, Zach grew up in Holt, and is an awesome kid. So we're happy to see him continue to do well, and we're going to need him here in this very difficult Big Ten conference. He's also, which is pretty cool, he's a turf grass management major. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Michigan State and Tennessee are the two universities that are consulting with FIFA for the 2026 World Cup that will be hosted in Canada, the United States, and Mexico. So he's doing an internship that's kind of helping along those lines, and that's a pretty cool thing. So FIFA has very strict guidelines on the field. So basically, whether you're playing in Toronto, Chicago, Miami, or Mexico City, they want the exact same standards for each field. And Michigan State's one of the schools that are consulting on that, and it's pretty cool to have somebody that's involved in that.
Anything else? Okay, hope to see you guys on Friday.
Thank you.